everyone, welcome back. I have a book haul for you today, and I've gotten several books that I ordered online and several that I got at a recent library sale. So I'm going to kind of just start right in. The first book I have for you I ordered online, and the reason I ordered it was because I saw it on a fellow booktuber's channel. The channel is One Book, One Review, and I'll put a link to it down below. And the host is Vebke. She's a lovely lady from Hanover, Germany, and I really love her channel. I've been watching her for a while. She's been on YouTube, I think, about 2 years now. And she does some really nice, detailed, honest reviews, and reads quite a variety of books as well, anywhere from YA to classics to adult fiction. And what I love the most is her adventurous nature in book buying. She'll sometimes buy a book solely based on a title or a first line or even a cover. And this particular book that I saw on her channel one day was definitely a cover buy, and it was well worth it in her opinion. So I really trust her opinion, so I had to get a hold of it. And this is The End of Mr. Y. It's by Scarlett Thomas. And it just has a really gorgeous cover. And the one thing I liked about her cover better was the black sides on the pages. I don't know why they changed it, but it just had a more mysterious look to it. I just thought it was really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and read the back to you. There's not a whole lot of detail in this. It just says, if you knew this book was cursed, would you buy it? When Ariel Manto uncovers a copy of The End of Mr. Y in a secondhand bookstore, she can't believe her eyes. Copies are exceedingly rare, and everyone who has ever read it, including its author, Victorian scientist Thomas Loomis, has disappeared. Ariel can't resist the promise in the book's history and its pages, and so steps into a thrilling adventure of time, space, love, death, and everything in between. So, something about a cursed book, that's about all you know about it. And she even did a review on this, and I love it. It told me enough that made me want to buy the book, but again left it mysterious enough so that me as a viewer of her channel could enjoy it in the same way she did when she first bought it. So she didn't want to lose that mystery at all. So I'm looking forward to tucking into that and see what I think about it. The next group I have for you are books I got at a recent library sale, and I think I get a pretty good jackpot here. My first one's actually a DVD, and in the spirit of Halloween, I couldn't pass it up. And it's The House on Haunted Hill, starring Vincent Price. I believe this came out in 1955, and then they remade it in 1999. And I was just kind of poking around on YouTube, and actually you could watch this one and stream it live from YouTube. So if this kind of intrigues you, you can go ahead and check it out right now. It's about an eccentric and sinister old man who offers his enemies $10,000 each if they stay the night in his creepy old mansion. Sounds like easy money, right? I says, well, this guy does his best to scare his guests into leaving early, but little does he know or realize that someone else in the house is out to get him. So, big Vincent Price fan. I'm sure I've seen this quite some time ago. It's an original black and white. It runs about 75 minutes. So, looking forward to watching that. And the next 5 items I have are all books. Some I don't know too much about, but they were some really good deals. I get this one for 50 cents. It's Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. And she's the author of Elsewhere, which I didn't have too fond memories of. But I'm still willing to give the author another try, and I'll read the back for you. It says, sometimes a girl needs to lose. If Naomi had picked tails, she would have won the coin toss. She wouldn't have had to go back for the yearbook camera, and she wouldn't have hit her head on the steps. She wouldn't have woken up in an ambulance with amnesia. She certainly would have remembered her boyfriend. She might even have remembered why she fell in love with him in the first place. She would understand why her best friend Will keeps calling her Chief. She'd get all his inside jokes, and maybe he wouldn't be so frustrated with her for forgetting things she can't possibly remember. She'd know about her mom's new family. She'd know about her dad's fiancé. She wouldn't have to spend her junior year relearning all the French she supposedly knew already. She never would have met James, the boy with the questionable past and even fuzzier future, who tells her he once wanted to kiss her. She wouldn't have wanted to kiss him back, but Naomi picked heads. So, sounds kind of interesting. The next one I've seen on a lot of people's reviews, and it's sort of a contemporary one. It's 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. And let's cover. It's in fairly decent shape. A little bit of a tear here on the dust jacket, but again, just 50 cents. And I'll read the synopsis for you. Clay Jensen's first love records her last words. Clay Jensen returns home from school to find a strange package with his name on it lying on his porch. Inside he discovers several cassette tapes recorded by Hannah Baker, his classmate and crush, who committed suicide 2 weeks earlier. Hannah's voice tells him that there are 13 reasons she decided to end her life. Clay is one of them. If he listens, he'll find out why. Clay spends the night crisscrossing his town with Hannah as his guide. He becomes a first-hand witness to Hannah's pain and learns the truth about himself, a truth he never wanted to face. The neat thing about the inside of this dust jacket is there's sort of a map of that town and specific markings with relation to Hannah. And again, 50 cents at the library sale. And the next one I got is book 2 in the Wake trilogy by Lisa McMann, and it's called Fade. First one is Wake, and the last one's Gone. And I have Wake and Gone in paperback. This was hardcover, but, you know, for $1, I wasn't going to pass it up. I won't read the synopsis of it since it is book 2. And the next two, this one here, I've gone to the same library and several different book sales that they've had, and I picked it up and put it down and changed my mind about it dozens of times. It's just, finally I said, it must be a reason I keep picking it up, and then it's still here. So I went ahead and got it. It's Daniel Handler's Why We Broke Up, and I got that for $4. And it's really in mint condition, and this is like the heaviest book I've ever seen in my life. Something about the pages, they're super thick pages, and it's full of all these things that this girl sends back to her ex-boyfriend in a box as to the reasons they broke up. It says, "This is the box, Ed. Inside is everything. 2 bottle caps, a movie ticket from Greta in the Wild, a note from you, a box of matches, your protractor, Joan's book, the stolen sugar, a toy truck, those ugly earrings, a comb from the motel, and the rest of it. This is it, Ed. The whole story of why we broke up." And that's like the inside cover. Looks like rose petals or something. I'm sure they'll have some sort of reference within the book to that as well. But, yeah, I'm kind of curious. I forgot David Handler. Yeah. He's also better known as Lemony Snicket's, the author of a series of unfortunate events. So, curious to read that one. Like I said, I was doomed to buy it, I guess. And the last book, I've been planning on picking it up eventually. So many people have read it and loved it. I'm not too thrilled with this particular cover of it, because I like the ones with the black pages. Looks like the end of Mr. Y. I would have liked that particular cover in addition. But it is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And again, I got this one for $4. It's a hardcover. And inside it's got like these stripy pages. Making me dizzy. And it's got really nice details on here. I've seen, I don't know if it's a UK edition, but they've had the black spines here, and then it's a red cover. It almost looks like a clock or a compass on the front, which is kind of interesting. So just another version of it. It is already out in paperback as well. It's quite a long description. Is there anything shorter? It just says, "The circus arrives without warning. No announcements precede it. No paper notices plastered on lampposts and billboards. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. Within these nocturnal black and white striped tents awaits an utterly unique experience, a feast for the senses, where one can get lost in a maze of clouds, meander through a lush garden made of ice, stare into wonderment at the tattooed contortionist folds himself into a small glass box, and becomes deliciously tipsy from the scents of caramel and cinnamon that waft through the air. Welcome to Le Cirque des Rêves." I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, but I think there's some kind of magical rivalry going on through here as well, and again, mysterious circus that shows up. I'm not going to read the whole description. It's quite long, so that's the end of the library haul. And the next 4 books, I got this huge box here. This I ordered from bookcloseouts.com, and it's only the second time I've ordered from them. The first one I ordered, and they sent me a bookmark that had a coupon code on it to save $7 off my next purchase of $35 or more. And so I took advantage of it. And I picked up good deals on some books here. This one was $2.99, and I'd seen it after I finished my first order and placed it and everything. And then I saw it recently again on Bunny Cates' channel. And it's The House of Dead Maids. Almost creepy cover. It's by Clare B. Dunkle. And it says it's a thrilling prelude to Wuthering Heights. So it's a really, really thin book. Let's see how many pages. Page count? 146 pages, so super thin. And this is what it's about. Yeah, it says it's a chilling prelude to Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights that blends Yorkshire lore and Bronte family history. The child who will become Heathcliff is already a savage little creature when Tabby Ackroyd arrives at Seldom House to be his nursemaid. But the Yorkshire moors harbor far worse. The ghost of the last maid will not leave Tabby in peace, yet the spirit is only one of the many. As Tabby struggles to escape the evil forces that surround the house, she tries to befriend her uncouth young charge, but her kindness cannot alter his fate. Long before he reaches the old farmhouse of Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff has already doomed himself and any who try to befriend him. So it could be a really good October read if I can get to it. I still have another book ahead of it, so we'll see. And also for $2.99, I picked up Fearscape, Devouring Part 3. And this is what I'm currently reading as the first book in this series, which I'm really enjoying. And I own book 2, so now I've got the complete trilogy. So I look forward to tucking into that eventually. But book 1 is really, really good. And the next 2 books I all got are autographed. This one I'd seen, I think the first time I saw it on Ryan Reads Books. It's Ryan's channel. And it's Fateful by Claudia Gray. It's a really, really shiny cover. And that's the autograph on there. I'll put this little autograph copy sticker down at the bottom here. And I'll go ahead and read the description for you. It says, 18-year-old maid Tess Davies is determined to escape the wealthy, troubled family she serves. It's 1912, and Tess has been trapped in the employ of the Liesels, I guess, for years amid painful memories and twisted secrets. But now the Liesel family is headed to America with Tess in tow. Once the ship they're sailing on, the RMS Titanic, reaches its destination, Tess plans to strike out and create a new life for herself. Her single-minded focus shatters when she meets Alec, a handsome first-class passenger who captivates her instantly. But Alec has secrets of his own. He's in a hurry to leave Europe, and whispers aboard the ship say it's because of the tragic end of his last affair with the French actress who died so gruesomely and so mysteriously. Soon Tess will learn just how dark Alec's past truly is. The danger they face is no ordinary enemy. Werewolves exist and are stalking him, and now her too. Her growing love for Alec will put Tess in mortal peril, and fate will do the same before their journey on the Titanic is over. So it's sort of paranormal adventure aboard the Titanic, which I'm fascinated by Titanic history, so it'll be an interesting combination to see what they do with that. The next book I have is one of my favorite authors. It's Kim Harrison. It's The Outlaw, Demon Wails. And this says it's a signed first edition. It's fine. And that's her on the back. And I've forgotten now which book in the series this is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's book 6, I believe. So, of course, I won't read what the synopsis is about. It's a really faint signature. I wish I would have used a little bit, just about see across there. It's like a real fine point pen. But again, that's signed, and they have the autographed book thing there at the bottom. And the last one I have for you, having just finished 10 by Gretchen McNeil, I really wanted to read her first book, and when I saw it was available as an autographed copy, I went ahead and picked that one up. That's Possess. There's the autographed sticker. And the back. It's got a really cool look to it. I love the cover with like the veins and everything. And I'll go ahead and read what this one's about. 15-year-old Bridget Liu just wants to be left alone. By her overprotective mom, by Matt Quinn, the cute son of a local police sergeant, and by the eerie voices she can suddenly and inexplicably hear. Unfortunately for Bridget, the voices are demons, and Bridget possesses the rare ability to banish them back to whatever hell they came from, literally. Terrified to tell her friends and family about this new power, Bridget confides in San Francisco's senior exorcist, Monsignor Renault. The Monsignor enlists her help in increasingly dangerous cases of demonic possession. But just as she is starting to come to terms with her freakish new role, Bridget receives a startling message from one of the demons. And when one of her oldest friends is killed, Bridget realizes she's in deeper than she ever thought possible. Now she must unlock the secret to the demon's plan before someone else close to her winds up dead, or worse, the human vessel for a demon king. And there's the signature on the bottom there, in red, and it says Body Retro Satano, which I had to look up, and it means something along the lines of "Go away, Satan." So kind of interesting little addition on there. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Like I said, I really enjoyed 10. I posted my review for 10, so you can go ahead and check that out. And yeah, that's her first book, Possess. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some books that you might want to add to your TBR pile. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.